Alright, we're ranking the last 5 palettes I used. So, let me just go ahead and show you. We're going to go from my favorite to the least favorite. Basically, the one I loved using the most to non-most, basically. I love them all. But something's got to come in last, okay? That's just how it works. So, taking the first spot here is the ColourPop Hocus Pocus 2 All Hallows Eve. Ooh, look at that. Very pretty. Look at the inside. Ooh. Gets me every time. I don't know, I think they did really good with this palette. My favorite shade is Candle Is a Lit. I love it. I don't know. I think every time I use this palette, I love the looks that come out with it. And I just like reusing this palette, really, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure, as of now, I have used every shade in here. I'm double checking just to make sure that I have, I haven't used 29 years. Oh, so that means I'm going to use this palette again. That's an excuse to use it again, but that just means I'm going to have to use it. So I basically use all the shades but one shade. So I could use these 2 shades in the look. Yeah, okay. I'm formulating a look right now, so maybe I'll pull this again. Anyway, that's in our first contender here. In spot 2, it's a big one. The big one is the Morph 35XS No Silent Nights. Oh, look at this big daddy. Love it. Can't go wrong. Well, okay, I stand corrected. You can go wrong a little bit with Morph, okay? They do have some misses. My biggest miss with them is their little, when they did like the real big one. One of you just mentioned it to me the other day. So where they did all the real like what am I trying to say? Pastel shades. They did all the pastel shades, and I could not work with that. And I can work with pastel shades. I can work with 99.9% of the things over here. But that palette, I just could not work with, okay? We just could not, and we let that thing go. Okay, so basically, in the rant, I love Morph. Just, there's that 0.001% chance that I don't like more. But look at this. Ooh, you know, look at that. You can do some smoky looks. There's sunset in here. Look at that. There's a sunset range. There's a dark range. Okay, you can do a nude, just a plain nude look. Right? Because look, ow, I just knocked myself in the face. Brown. Right, some nudes right into here. You can get a little blue action in here. The shade mixed with some of this. Here's black. Here's this shade. With this, use this, and then this. There's your little blue action. Some red. It's got some range. At first, I know a lot of you are gonna look at this and be like, she looks a little mad. But when you actually look at her, you're like, you're looking a little good there, you know? You know what I mean? She looks nice, real nice. I like it. So that's why she's number two. That's why she's number 2. I've been talking for 5 minutes, and we're only 2 palettes into this. 3 more palettes left. Okay. Then I didn't even put these in order, first of all. Apparently, I thought I was good enough to do this. We're not putting these in order. Now we're gonna look at these and see what was supposed to be what and where. Okay, I'm know what and what's where now. If you could distinguish what I just said, props to you. And props to me. If I could just distinguish what apparently distinguish is a hard word to say. Okay, so number 3 over here, because we only got 5, I only used 5. There's the Beauty Bay New Mood. Ooh, look at that packaging. Beautiful. Okay, you gotta sway into it, okay? Because this looks like that groovy thing. Like, I've never taken any hard drugs or any drugs like that in general. But if I were to like take acid or something, I feel like I'd be like, or maybe it's shrooms. Shrooms maybe gives you that effect. I'd be like, you know, where you see vampires. Maybe that's a better example. You know, you watch those movies and the vampires are in the clubs and they're all like swaying to the music. That's giving me the vibes. Okay, vampire swaying music vibes. It's what I'm trying to get at here. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, that's the vibes of the packaging here. Maybe that's why I bought this. I don't know. But this, I did a beautiful nude look with this. Well, my kind of nude. It might have not been nude to you, but it was a nude look, okay? As nude as we were getting in this direction. And I loved it. It was gorgeous. Now, is this palette complete perfection? No, I do be fine with some of these shimmers in here. It's the putty formula. Beauty Bay does it. Let's see. What are some more brands with that daggone putty formula? I'd be fine with that putty formula. It's see, Beauty Bay does it. Racking my brain. Yeah, Beauty Bay Be Perfect does it. There's another brand too I just tried at the beginning of the year. I just tried them. They do it too. It's that putty formula. Glamlight does that daggone putty formula too. Hit and miss, man. I can make it work though. And when you make it work, it works. If you use your finger, you're not gonna have any problems. I don't like using my finger, so therefore I will have problems. Okay, coming in number 4 is the Tribe by Juvia's. Ooh, I really like the look. It was an off-the-wall look. Yes, I know. I did. Okay, I like the look I did with this palette. Let me show you the inside. I love the look I did with this palette. The only look that you're not going to see on the channel that I did with these is this one. This is not, the look I recently did with this is not on the channel, but I do have looks with this on the channel. All the palettes you're going to see here, I have looks on the channel. You just gotta type it in and it'll pop up, I think. Because on this channel, we do lots of eye looks. I mean, lots of them. I love looks. I love eyeshadow is my main squeeze. But I love this. This is nice. Is it worth to pay the overpriced people are wanting you to pay for it because it's discontinued? Absolutely not. I mean, if you really want it and Julia is your girl and that is what you want and she is your forever load and behold formula, then pay her for your money's worth, okay? Pay what you feel she's worth. But for me, I wouldn't pay over for the money for it, but it's good formula. Next time I do a halo look though, I'm gonna keep the shimmer here. I feel like I went too far up, but it still came out pretty okay though. Not too shabby. And then our last contender, coming in number 5, is the Essence Welcome to Cape Town. Now, it's not a bad formula, and she's only coming in number 5 because I fought so hard with that gold shimmer. I tell you what, if I didn't have to fight with the gold shimmer, she would have been higher up in the ranks. But everything else was a gem to work with. It's just that one shadow knocked her all the way down to Contender 5. Now I could put this shadow with the next round of palettes I use in my Shop My Stash, and she could rank much higher. Yeah. these were my last week's Shop My Stash palettes, if you're wondering. That's how I do these rankings. Makes sense to rank them, you know. But yeah, I love the color story. Beautiful color story. Worked well for me. I just thought this gold shade, she gave me a run for my money. I could have just used my finger, had no problems, but again, I don't like using my fingers to apply shades. It's not my friend. I say that, but I will use this handy dandy pointy finger to blend out my highlighter with no problems. But I just don't like to, you know, I don't have to use my hands to apply the makeup. I'm just not gonna do it, you know. That's just who I am as a person. But yeah, that's my palette ranking from my last week's palette haul. Or not palette haul. Who am I kidding? I'm not hauling shit for a while. We're on no buy, okay? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so that's my palette ranking. This is what I had in my Shop My Stash last week. Let me know what palettes have you been using? What would you rank them at? I will have another palette ranking for you once a week. I've been slacking just a little bit, you know, just a little. All right, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and then hope to see you in the next one. Bye.